Concrete caissons weighing up to 6,000 tons, some mounting anti-aircraft guns, are towed across the English Channel to the Allied beachheads in Normandy. About 150 of the caissons, called Phoenixes, will form the breakwaters for 2 artificial deepwater harbors. This operation, shortly after D-Day, involves a total of 1,500,000 tons of prefabricated port construction units. 20 specially designed spud pierheads will form the wharves for the synthetic ports. The aim is to provide debarkation points off the French invasion coast where vessels can unload reinforcements and materiel in all weathers and tides at the highest possible speed. To link the pierheads with the shore, 20,000 feet of floating bridge units also are towed to Normandy. The combination of caisson breakwaters, flat steel ponton pierheads, and floating roadways represents the coordinated efforts of U.S. and British engineers. The plans for the project are British. American CBs handle much of the construction work. Construction of the 2 ports represents an expenditure of $100 million. At a predetermined location 1,500 yards off the Normandy shoreline, the caissons are brought into position by American and British tugs. Under the direction of U.S. Navy crews, the Phoenixes are given proper alignment before they are sunk into final position. The job of towing this huge tonnage into French coastal waters is probably one of the greatest jobs of its type in history. The caissons are flooded and sunk until they rest on the channel bottom with upper parts protruding. The diagram shows the relation of the concrete breakwaters to the rise and fall of the tide. Thus, the artificial roadstead is formed to provide safe anchorage for coastwise vessels and landing ships lying in its lee. In addition, the breakwaters are augmented by lines of sunken ships, termed block ships. 300,000 tons of old Allied shipping are brought across the channel for this purpose. These Navy and Signal Corps films show how the ships are scuttled stem to stern, parallel with the beach. Their regular complement of anti-aircraft guns becomes a permanent part of the defenses of the artificial ports. Now the steel ponton pierheads are given proper placement inside the roadstead. Each corner of the pierhead is provided with a pile, driven down into the seabed. The pontons slide up and down the piles with the rise and fall of the tide. Unloading ramps are already in place for LSTs and other craft. Assembling the prefabricated sections that form the causeway. Many miles of the floating roadways lead out from the foreshore to the pierheads. The long piers are on floats because there's a 20-foot tide in this immediate sector. In less than 2 weeks, the artificial harbors begin to take final form. Each pierhead is in fact a ship, complete with crew quarters, generating sets, and storage accommodations. When the 2 artificial harbors are in complete operation, one will supply the American beachheads near Saint-Laurent-sur-Mer and the other the British beachheads near Arromanches. This completed causeway runs many hundreds of feet to the beach. The pierhead is ready for use. All that remain are finishing touches on the heavy-duty roadways leading to and from the floating causeway. One of the first LSTs to unload inside the American harbor. Units of the Port Inspection Corps operate the pierheads. Men and equipment of the infantry and Air Force comprise the cargoes. In addition to the LSTs, the Great Harbor also shelters depot and repair ships and a variety of other shipping. In addition to the customary unloading from the bow of an LST, the pierheads are constructed on 2 levels so as to permit simultaneous discharge of cargoes from the deck of the landing ship. The vehicles then ride down the ramps leading to the causeway. On 18th June at the Omaha beach, supplies were already pouring off the LSTs. The unloading rate was scheduled soon to be doubled, but the next day an unscheduled event occurred. An unseasonal gale, the worst in 80 years, hits the channel on the 19th. A 70-mile wind and roaring seas virtually destroy the American artificial harbor. The storm costs the Allies 5 days, during which time they cannot unload an ounce of supplies. Hundreds of ships are beached or wrecked. The unprecedented violence of the gale greatly exceeds the maximum stress for which any of the portable harbor equipment had been designed. Vast sections of the steel girder bridges undulate and break up under the strain. Even the big piers are swept away by the gigantic waves. According to a story given out by Admiral William Tennant of the U.S. Navy, the plans for D-Day included the choice of 2 dates, either the 6th or the 19th. If General Eisenhower had chosen the 19th, the storm of that date would have smashed the Allied invasion fleet of 4,000 ships. As it was, Admiral Tennant states, only strict rationing, heroic work by the Navy, and the capture of Cherbourg Harbor saved the Allied armies. Along the American breakwater, many of the caissons are wrecked or thrown out of line. Some of the block ships are badly damaged. Since the storm, the port has been patched up and made suitable for small boat refuge. The British port suffered comparatively light damage. It was spared because it was protected by a shoal which held the big waves off its sunken block ships and concrete caissons. All 7 British pierheads were in operation at the time these pictures were made, late in July. A special LST pier has been constructed here in addition to the cargo pier. A high-level V-shaped ramp makes possible midships unloading from the decks of the LSTs. Leaving the pierhead, lines of tanks moved down the long causeway to join the battle beyond the beaches of Normandy. Some officers have called the 2-mile-long artificial harbor at Arromanches the 8th wonder of the world.